Hi everyone, this is Lisa with Lisa's Coloring Corner. If you're new here, hello and welcome to the channel. And if you're back, welcome back. I thought today for our chat video, I would again do a diamond paint in chat. It seems like more and more colorists are getting into diamond painting also, so I hope you don't mind if I do some diamond painting in chats more often. If you would prefer just the color in chats rather than mixing in some of the diamond painting in chats, let me know down in the comments below. This channel is for you guys. I will give you the videos that you want. So if you don't mind, if you're like me, I guess I really don't care what the person's doing. I'm just kind of there for the chatting anyhow. But you guys let me know what you like. Anyhow, I thought, well, I wasn't sure what to color today. And I thought, well, I needed to work on my April mug. Yeah, it is almost April, so won't be having this done in time. So I thought it would be a good time to maybe work a little bit on this. I did get the top part done, the white background, which is the worst. And then I started, filling in some of the colors. I'm working on a very small area here. And I did bring the light pad in because I found last time when I didn't work on the light pad, it was harder for me. I'm just so used to using the light pad. So I did bring that along in. So I am going to work on the light pad and hopefully that won't bother you too much. But because it is such a small area, I can't work up here as easily here. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it all the way down so that it rests in here. We're going to work on this bottom half. Okay. All right. So these are Diamond Art Club release papers. The reason why I like them is they're really big. I like working on large sections at a time. And if you don't, you can just cut these in half too. But I do. I like working on large sections. I have been using the really pretty release papers that Crafts with Crashly has over on her Etsy shop. But I already had this one kitted up and all ready to go with these here. So that's what I have on here. So yeah, I think we'll just start up here and we'll, work on the bottom half of this. If I'm up here working on something, I probably will shift it down just to get these in here. But enough jabbering. Let's zoom in and let's get going. Okay, so I'm not going to zoom in too close. Just enough so that you can see what I'm doing, and I am going to have to kind of tip it at an angle a little bit for me. Okay, so hopefully that light doesn't bother you too much. Maybe I could turn it down on the medium. Is that a little bit better? Yeah. Okay, so I have my storage over to the right. I am using this tray and this pen, and nope, don't remember where I got either one from. I'm terrible. I normally hate 3D printed trays. This is the first one that I got that I really like. And yeah, I looked and looked and looked to see where I got it from, and I cannot find it. But I do have some new trays coming, and I will show you them when I get them. So why don't we go ahead and start on these A's. And A is number 6. So we'll just get some of those out. And we'll do some jabbering. I like to turn my tray around. All right. And yeah, I think I'm going to pull this down. Well, maybe I can work up here. Nah. It'll be too hard. Okay. So, how is everybody doing? Everything is pretty good around here. I do have glue dots in my single placer. And then in my multi-placer, which I used for the background, now they're white in the background. And yeah, it is really hard to multi-place white for some reason and have them even. Mine are extremely crooked. And it used to bother the heck out of me. And no, I'm not going to let them bother me as much, because when you get it done and you look at it from back farther, it looks fine. So, yeah, and there's just so much white. When I did the first one, possibly even two, I did it single place. Oh my God, that took me forever. And it was just so monotonous. Kind of relaxing too, because you're not, you know, changing out drill colors, but they turned out even more crooked when I single placed than when I used the multi-placer. And I only used the 4-placer. No, I take that back. On this one I used the 6-placer. I lied. But still, yeah. Doesn't look the best, but I didn't feel like taking them all back off and redoing it. So that is that. It's going to stay like that. Like I said, by the time you get it done and you get it up in a frame, you can't even tell. You won't see it. So yeah, life is the same around here. Not a whole lot going on. Which, yeah, boring life is good. I like the boring life. I never run out of things to do around here, so just sitting home is my jam. You know that. And I had comments in the past that, yep, that's what you like too, so I know I'm not alone. If you see seen my unboxing video this past week about showing the 2 Easter Diamond Art Club diamond paintings that I unboxed, and I showed you how excited I was about the Randall Spangler one. Yes, I did kit that up that night. And I am working on that one out in the living room. Haven't been working on it as much as I need to, though. Because I've been doing so many colored pencil videos, I have to, you know, do the original, just the original, not the original. Kind of like the intro part of the video, and then I pause and I have to go through and, you know, sharpen everything, kind of get them in order, write out a temporary color chart and things like that. So I've been kind of working on that kind of stuff, and then starting on some, you know, the color charts themselves. So I've been working on that kind of stuff. So I haven't really, you know, diamond painted as much. I'm still diamond painting, but more so than coloring. I still, this month's, the end of the month video for what I colored and diamond painted. It's going to be a short video. Yeah. Because, I don't know, well, the diamond painting, of course, is what, you know, takes so long to do. We're going to switch colors. We're going to go to F's. And I did complete that beautiful butterfly wings of the goddess diamond painting. That was for the Mermaids and Magic event. F is number 13. And it turned out gorgeous. Oh my gosh, I am so in love with that diamond painting. Did have a few problems with the diamond painting itself. And we got a stowaway. Take that out. I messaged Stephanie, who is the gal, part owner of Lazy River Wood Turning, which is where I got the diamond painting from. You know, they're relatively new in, or quite new in the diamond painting area. They have been turning pins for quite a while, but they just started out doing diamond paintings. So, you know, every new company, you know, has their bumps and trials and tribulations when they're starting out a new company. So I did contact her and gave her some feedback. And they have already been working on some updates. But I thought, well, I'll give her feedback as to the couple of areas that I had problems with. And that was mainly some blurry symbols on the canvas. But what made it even harder is due to the fact that, you know, they don't include stickers, which she said they are going to be doing in the future. It's just starting out, they didn't. So that's good to know that stickers will be included in the future. But because in this version I, you know, didn't have stickers, I had to make my own. And I always use the inventory sheet to make those. Well, the inventory sheet was not too clear either. So when I made my stickers and I labeled all my little bottles, there were a couple of symbols that one in particular, looking at the canvas and looking at the bottle and the label on it, I'm like, I do not know what symbol that is. Well, it came actually on the canvas itself while I was doing it. I'm like, I was looking for that symbol and looking for that symbol. I seen the symbol on here and I'm looking at my bottles and I'm like, I don't have that one. I was kind of confused. So I left it, completed all the other symbols, and by process of elimination, I figured out which one it was. So yeah, there's definitely some problems with blurry symbols. And she said, yeah, she had feedback in regard to that already. And so they were already, you know, on that and making sure that things were clearer in the future. But the drills were good. The canvas itself was good. It was, you know, sticky, had no problems with the glue. And like I said, oh, the image itself is stunning. I think what I'm going to do is, and I should do this before the end of the month yet, I'm going to take all the drills off for the antennas that are at the top of her head, because they're not real distinct. You can't see them really well. And so I am going to pick out a little bit of a darker, I think they're blue right now. And they don't stand out a whole lot from the background. So I think I am going to go and pick out a little bit of a darker blue, or I don't know if I want to switch it to ABs, because I don't think I want it to stick out that much. So I think I'm going to keep them just regular drills, but make them a darker color, so you can see them a little bit more. So I do have to do that yet. I keep forgetting. I might not be recording my end of the month videos until next week, because I'm kind of behind now. Things came up yesterday. I usually record Tuesdays and Wednesdays, but got busy with some stuff yesterday. So I am recording today and tomorrow, and it's already late today, so I'm not going to get much recorded today. I do have to do my chat video, though, because we have to pick a winner for last week's giveaway, right? For those Color pencils, and then we will be doing the newest giveaway. Let's do these couple of F's up here. The last giveaway, and we shall do all that a little bit farther down into the chat, into the video. So you have to stick with me, or you don't get to see what's on this week's giveaway. Let's see. I think we'll just fill in these F's right away. And I am not that sticky. Let's see. Might have to flip my glue dot around, because it's not too sticky. It was when I started. What happened? Okay, I'm working at an odd angle. I'm going to leave them over there. Let's come down here. All right, so what are you guys all up to? What are you working on? Are you coloring, diamond painting, cleaning? What other crafting do you guys do besides coloring? Do you do diamond painting? That's what I'm curious. I'm wondering how many of my colorists out there now have tried diamond painting, and if you're as addicted as I am. Because like I said, I have been seeing more and more colorists that have tried diamond painting, because, you know, it's everywhere on YouTube. No, well, not everywhere, but on many colorists' channels now. And a lot of diamond painting dedicated channels that I know more and more of you have tried it. And I really have not heard of anybody that tried it that ended up not liking it. But I'm sure there are some out there that have decided, nope, that's not for me. Or haven't even tried it and thought, nope, that's not for me. I don't have the patience for all those itty-bitty little things. And that's fine, because, yeah, it's definitely not for everybody. But to me, it is just, oh, so relaxing. I just love it. There's nothing hard about it. There's no thought that goes into it. And it's kind of like color by number, you know. But this is, to me anyhow, this is even more relaxing than coloring. I get so totally lost in my thoughts, you know. And most of the time I am listening to YouTube videos as I am doing this. And so, you know, I get lost in their videos, or well, I have tried to listen, I should say, to TV, but I find that so many times, in order to see what's going on, speaking's hard today. There was a new series I was going to start watching. And for me, watching a new series while I'm diamond painting does not work too well. Because I find that I have to look up too often at the characters or what plot line they're talking about and whatnot in order to have it make sense to me. I do have a concentration problem anyhow, due to, well, combination of things with my depression and anxiety and meds and all of that. I do have a concentration problem where it's hard for me to focus on one thing at a time without my mind going in, you know, a gazillion different directions. And so I have a hard time concentrating on one thing in the first place. So trying to follow a new storyline and diamond paint at the same time, it's not something that I can just listen to. So just listening to coloring chats or whipping chats, as the diamond painting folks call it. I don't put whipping chat over here because I didn't know if all of you would know what that meant. So I always put diamond painting chat rather than whipping chat, to make it make a little bit more sense. But for me, yeah, just listening to some chat videos and kind of treating them as podcasts works better for me as I diamond paint or color. I don't know about you guys. What do you guys do when you are coloring or diamond painting or crafting? Do you listen to a lot of YouTube chat videos? Do you listen to podcasts, TV? Do you like it just quiet when you diamond paint or color? I can't stand the quiet. Even if I'm taking a nap, I can't have the TV off. I don't know why. I have to turn it way down so that I'm not constantly listening to it, because then I won't fall asleep, but I can't stand to have it completely off either, which makes absolutely no sense to Bob, and I guess it really doesn't make sense to me either. But that's me. Let's go on to the H's. Yeah, I don't know. Just peculiar. I have to have some kind of background noise. And they say silence is golden. It's like, no, it's not. H is number 11. Oh, I got to tip these out at an awkward angle. But we can do it. And I tipped way more in here than what I needed. This month's mug is going to be so pretty. I love it already. The colors in it are just so beautiful. Ooh, this butterfly up here has a lot of H's and K's in it. Lots of pinks. But I will do that later on my own. And I haven't been working on this one because, yeah, I've been working on the Randall Spangler one, which won't be done in time for Easter. That's not very far away. Yeah, because a week from Friday already is Good Friday, which I now know. I know last week in my coloring chat, it's like, when the heck is Easter? How far away is it? And I did have a subscriber say it's, such and such a day. Whoops, you belong there. Where did the one go that I dropped? Here you are. Scoop. Scoop's got it. So, yeah, I had to kind of figure out when Good Friday is, because I think I mentioned in last week's chat video that we are going to have Maddie and Levi on Good Friday, so we can hide some Easter eggs for them. I don't know if I had talked about what I used to do for my kids. Would always hide the Easter eggs, with some candy in, of course. But then I would have 2 silver metallic eggs, and one golden metallic egg. And the silver metallic eggs had $1 bills in. And then the golden metallic egg was the biggie, and that had a $5 bill in. And for a kid, you know, that was a lot of money. But they were older than Maddie and Levi, so I think what I'm going to do for them is I'm going to give them each their own metallic eggs, because otherwise it's not going to be fair. Maddie would find them all. Poor Levi wouldn't get any. So yeah, I think I'm going to give them each a silver metallic and a gold metallic. And they can find their own money Easter eggs as well as the candy ones. So that should be fun. I'll have to think of some places ahead of time, because, yeah, last time I'm like, where can I put them? Because, of course, I had to find easier places for Levi. Although he's older this year, so he should be able to hunt them down a little bit better. Last year I put him in, you know, really easy places for him. And Maddie's, of course, had to hide a little bit better. She did find most of them, just not, I think, one or two I had to give her hints. And one she especially couldn't find. I can't remember where I hid that one, but... And she gets so impatient. She loves, loves, loves hide and seek. And so many times we would, rather than us, bodies, playing hide and seek, we would think of an object, like maybe it was a stuffed animal in the living room or something. And we would take turns hiding that. And we would have to go find it. So yeah, she just loves hide and seek. So that's why she's the one who brought up, can we come, are we going to be here for Easter? And typically our whole family does not get together for Easter. Christmas we do. And Thanksgiving we do over by my sister's, the one that broke her shoulder. If you've seen my last couple of chat videos. But Easter, we just never have gotten together. And so I'm like, I don't think so. And she was all bummed out. And then because she had said then that she wanted to look for Easter eggs. And didn't I do eggs? Number 6, yeah. How come you didn't do them down here then? I can't remember. I'm talking, I can't remember. Let's get them A's back out then. Now, if I was doing this on my own, I probably would just go across and do all the A's, I think. I can't remember what I did up here. But, so then I was thinking, it's like, I bet you their school is closed for Good Friday. That maybe we could have the kids on Good Friday then and hide some Easter eggs. So that's what we're going to do. So yeah, I have to get groceries this weekend, and I'll have to pick up some Easter candy. I have to buy some dollar bills for the metallic ones, too. Do you think Walmart sells them? Buy $1 for a quarter? Wouldn't that be nice? Yeah. So that should be fun. We don't get to see them too often anymore, so... Maddie's always bugging, and Levi too. I mean, he just adores Grandpa Bob, so they both are so excited to come. And it was really odd last time that we ended up having them twice in the same week. Once was planned, and then Once was because of the weather, and both school and daycare was closed when we had gotten that almost foot of snow. So yeah, it was quite funny. Had them once and then had them twice, all in the same week. So, what else is going on? I don't know if I just got on a rabbit trail and forgot to finish a thought. I have a tendency of doing that. Start talking about one thing, then you kind of get off on another track. You weren't seeing any of that, were you? Sorry about that. And then I come back around and forget what I was talking about. Anybody else do that? I'm sure I'm not alone. I think a lot of people do that, especially when you're talking like this to you guys when nobody's here, you know, and I'm kind of talking to myself. But I think even when you hold conversations, you know, you start talking about one thing, and then you get on another thing, and you just kind of never get back to the initial subject. Or am I alone in that? I know I'm not. I hope not. Okay, anywho. So, the weather's been kind of cold yet here. Past few days hasn't been, well, earlier this week and over the weekend, we actually were in the 40s. So snow was melting. You can actually see part of the front lawn. And all the dead grass. Well, not dead grass. The grass wannabes. The hibernating grass. And some dead grass because, lordy, lordy, where Bella goes potty all weekend, all winter long, because she has nowhere else to go. We kind of shovel out area on the front lawn. Yeah, there's dead grass there. Oh, huge spot. And I think it's because of the fact that Bob does shovel off the snow. So then, you know, the pea kind of is not diluted from rain and whatnot like it is in the summer. And there's not enough snow when it, you know, does melt and get down to the grass to dilute that. And so it's just full strength going onto the grass and never getting washed away. Ugh. Yeah, it looks pretty sad. Let's do some jays. And yes, I am probably missing some in here, and I'm not going back and looking as thoroughly as I normally would, but that's okay. I'll catch them when I get into the next section. J is number 7. So yeah, we'll have to see what happens with the front lawn. Always takes a while for my lawn to recover. And I think this year, I know Bob thinks it's so stupid and a waste of money. But if it's my money, it's my money. I'm going to have True Green come again this year. And fertilize and overseed and all of that, because this lawn is in sad, sad shape. And now that I don't have the fence up anymore, let's flip you back down. It'll be much, much easier for them to get around. I had them the first year we were over here because this lawn is leaves a lot to be desired. And so I did have them the first year, but they had that whole entire fence to have to go around, and yeah, the swing set down there. And, so it would be much, much easier for them now. And yeah, I just want it to look nice. Get rid of some of these weeds. Oh my goodness. So I am probably going to be contacting them shortly, because I know as soon as the snow is all gone and stuff, they come and they do the initial spring prep feeding. You know, they do the overseeding and the initial, I think it's a bug and fertilize type of combo. But there's 2 areas that they won't be able to, because we're going to be having to plant grass yet in those areas. The area down below was where we were going to be putting the patio, but I don't think it's going to work anywhere down there, because even where it looks like it would be the flattest, it's still off enough where we're going to have to raise one end up to make it flat and level. So that means there would be a drop off on the one side, and it's like, yeah, I could see me putting my chair back and going right off the edge. So then, you know, that means you'd have to put like a fence, a railing of some sort around the patio, and I know Bob's not going to want to do all that. So it's like, okay, I guess I'm resigning myself to the fact that I am not going to have a patio, and that just means that I have to move the table and chairs every single time I mow, which is what I have been doing. And yes, in case you're wondering, it is a big pain in the butt. Plus the fact I want to get an umbrella, one that kind of tips. I love being in the sun. But if I am out there on my iPad doing something, or maybe I'm diamond painting or coloring out there, it's hard to do that in the full sun. So I kind of would like an umbrella. Well, that would be impossible to move every time I mow, because you have to have that weighted base also. Yeah, so light bulb went off in my head yesterday, though. I haven't even talked to Bob about this yet. Over on the west side of the house, I don't know if you've been with me for a while, you may have heard me talk in the past that last winter, not this past winter, but the previous winter, we had a really, really bad windstorm, and it blew our shed over. Yeah. So we, this past summer, put up a new shed, but we didn't put it over on the same side. We wanted it closer to the, not closer to the house, because that was close to the house, and that's why it got blown into the house, but closer where we would have better access to it. So it is now on the other side of our house. And that's where the lawn is very uneven. Where the shed was is quite flat. So guess what idea popped in my head yesterday? It's like, may not be the ideal spot for a patio, because I do have to kind of walk around the front of the house to get to it. But having it down below isn't an ideal area either. I mean, there is no ideal area around here for a patio unless I put it right out in my front lawn, because that's the only other flat area of this lot. And even that isn't completely flat. Definitely don't want a patio out on my front lawn. So I thought, maybe I could have a patio over on the west side of the house where the shed was, because if the shed was there, it should have been leveled, right? You would think. And that is one area where we were going to be planting grass. And I thought, okay, if we put the patio there, we don't have to plant grass. I just don't know if Bob's going to want to just put down patio block. We were talking about actually pouring a concrete slab. Because then, you know, even with putting down the landscape plastic, you know, to keep the weeds and stuff out, eventually that stuff kind of breaks down. Although, because my son-in-law works in construction, he had helped put up the shed last summer, and he had brought along regular heavy-duty landscaping mesh, and that stuff is supposed to last a really long time. So that's what's underneath our shed, and I imagine that's what we could put under the patio too, because of course you're going to want to put sand and stuff down too underneath anything you put down, whether it's patio block or, you know, pouring concrete or whatnot. Because we have patio block in the front of the house where our lawn swing is. And weeds are coming through that thing like crazy. So I'm constantly either pulling them, or I have it's a homemade recipe my sister had for killing weeds rather than Roundup, which I don't like because of the chemicals and whatnot in it. And it just, you have to use more, of course, of this homemade stuff than what Roundup is, but it's just, yeah, it's a pain in the butt to have those weeds coming through. And we, so far, have no steps yet up to the front door. You just come to the front door and you have this high step going into the house. There's no, I don't know why the previous owners never put steps up to the house, or like a little, what do you call it? Like a little porch of sorts to get into the front house. I'm sure they are like us, where nobody comes in the front door anyhow. And there are no steps, no pathway even, sidewalk, nothing leading up to the front door. So it's like, yeah, that's kind of a non-existent door. It's there, but it's for looks only. So we never really worried about it too much, but I would like something over there. And then I thought, well, maybe we could tear up the patio tiles that the lawn swing is on now, pour concrete there, and then kind of go around the corner of the house, because the house juts out from where the, I know, it's hard for you to see what I'm seeing in my head, but kind of make a jag with the concrete then, and go up towards the front door, and then put like a, you know, either some concrete blocks or concrete steps to get up to the front door, or build something out of wood, maybe with a railing around, something. And then be able to, you know, at least have it look like it's a front door. It's only been a couple of years. And like I said, I don't know what the previous owners had done. But obviously not much. So what else has been going on this week? Like I said, not much. Oh, I finally had Bob adjust the shelves in here in my closet. I have a metal shelving unit in the closet. I had him take the closet door off because I said I'm not ever going to be closing that closet, and it's just easier getting at my coloring supplies if it's just off. So he had taken the closet door off, and that's where I have all of my markers and colored pencils, and up on the top shelf is just miscellaneous storage items. And well, I had him shortly thereafter add 2 shelves to this shelving unit because they were just too far apart and I needed additional storage, you know. So he put the other shelves, you know, together and then made 2 shelves, new shelves for on the bottom. Well, he put the shelves kind of too close together. And I made it work, but in order to get out, like, there were 2 shelves that I have water-based markers on. So at the very top I have alcohol markers on 2 shelves, and then 2 shelves are water-based markers with, you know, and fine liners, things like that. Well, those cases were a little bit too tall. The shelves themselves have a great big wide lip on the front, which I just hate. They're like 2 inches long or high, and so it makes it really difficult to get things on and off those shelves. And yeah, I would have to tip one to the side. I'd have to take one out and tip one to the side in order to get those cases out. And so I had asked Bob once upon a time how hard it would be to adjust those. He said, well, it shouldn't be that hard. He couldn't remember exactly how he had put the new ones in. Oh, yeah, he finally got around to doing it. I had taken all the pencils and markers and everything off the shelves. And if you know me at all, you know that I have quite a few, quite a collection. So yeah, that was a lot of work right there. And then Bob couldn't work on it well enough while it was in the closet, so we had to finagle it to get it out of the closet. And then he started working on it, and oh my god, if I would have known it was going to be that huge of a pain in the you-know-what. Yeah, he worked quite a while on that, but it is done, and it's so nice. Oh my gosh. Let's put this back up and work on these. So yeah, now I can get at the markers easier. Has helped tremendously. So that got done this past week. Yeah, looks really nice. And then, because silly me, as I was taking everything off the shelves, I forgot to write down which shelf needed to go up, or, you know, which ones needed to go down. And I'm like, oh crap. So I looked at the shelf. I knew that the second one had to go up. That's all I could remember. But then I'm like, oh yeah, the bottom one, the second to the bottom needed to come down. That's where my pencil cases were, and there was plenty of room for them, so that shelf could come down. I said, I know there was another shelf that had to be moved. So I sat there, and it finally dawned on me that the next shelf up, where the other pencils were on, could also come down. And by adjusting the one up on top and the other 2 down on the bottom, gave me enough room for those 2 shelves with the water-based markers on to have enough room. It's like, oh, I'm taxing my brain. Because I had drawn out a diagram. I don't know if any of you are like this, but I'm better if it's down on paper than just in my head. So I drew the shelving unit out on paper, wrote the shelves out, and I'm like, okay, this one goes up. So now there's going to be more room in there. Do I need that more room, or does that have to, you know? I'm sitting there talking to myself for I don't know how long. And I'm like, okay, I think I got it. I left the sketch in by the shelves so that Bob knew which one had to go up, which ones had to go down. And yeah, it took him a number of hours, but he got it. So then the next day came in and put everything back. Kind of reordered things and organized them a little bit better. And it looks so nice. Because I have identifying tags on little, what do you call them? They're not keychain. Well, you know, the little bally things that all connect together. What do you call them? The little chains. I have them, the tags hooked with those little keychain things around each handle on each pencil case and marker case, so that I can see real easily what is in each case. And now when they're all sitting on the shelves with all their little tags hanging down, they look so nice and organized. I'm going to have to make a bunch more tags though, for all the new pencils and whatnot that I am bringing to the channel. And as you've seen, I did do a few pencils. Well, how many have I done up on the channel so far? What, 3 or 4? Well, I did the intro videos to 3 more sets last week. So I have to finish the swatching of those tomorrow, because I do like the intro to the pencils one week. And then I go and, like I said before, do the sharpening and all that stuff. And then the next week I do the actual swatching and everything, and I put everything together into one video. So I have a number of swatchings to do yet this week. And yeah, I'm going to try to get those done tomorrow. Should have been done today, but some more things came up today unexpectedly, so I am not doing this video until late. And I want to get this video up tonight yet, so I don't think I'm going to have time to really do any other videos tonight yet. Or any more, I should say. So I guess that's just all the more to record tomorrow. And I guess if I have to go into Friday, I do, because I have some flip-throughs I want to record also. Get off. Can you see me this time way down here? Oh yeah. Okay. So yeah, what else? We're getting all kinds of birdies coming out. More and more robins. I was just outside now a little while ago with Bella. The robins, oh my gosh, and they have such bright orangish reddish breasts this year. I don't remember them being that bright. Must be something in the water around here, because the other day I had seen right north of us, like a block up, there is a bird feeder. And there was something really bright red. I mean, bright red. And I thought, that cannot be a cardinal, cardinals are not that bright red. So I figured it was just part of the bird feeder itself that was hanging there. Or either it was hanging or on a post, I couldn't really tell. And so I was just kind of looking that way, and all of a sudden, the red part of the feeder moved and flew away. It was not part of the feeder. It was, in fact, a cardinal. But that thing was such a bright, bright, brilliant red. I'm like, holy cow. And then there were some blue jays down there too. And again, just bright, bright blue. Maybe it's my new eyesight, huh? I can see everything. I can see clearly now. The haze is gone. Oh, getting slap happy. So yeah, maybe everything's brighter for me now. So yeah, cardinals and robins and blue jays. Now them blue jays are so pretty, but darn, they can be kind of nasty. We're gonna do TTTs now. I gotta turn these around. It's just easier to get them out of the tray when I turn the tray around. You know, anybody that has bird feeders and you have blue jays around, yeah, they're pretty, but boy, they don't like other birdies eating at them bird feeders, and they'll just chase them away. So they're pretty, but nasty. But yeah, so I seen them, and like I said, that gorgeous cardinal. Oh, we have a number of cardinals around here, and they're just so pretty. That I don't think I ever mentioned this. I was going to talk about it in a past color and chat, and maybe I did. I was, again, out in the garage doing something, and heard something by the garage door, and I went towards the back of the car. Oh, I think I did talk about this in the past. And there were a bunch of cardinals, and all of a sudden the whole gang took off. And there had to have been, I don't know, there was, I don't know, 20, 30 cardinals. I mean, it was just unreal. I said to Bob, I said, have you ever seen a whole flock of cardinals before? And he said, no. I said, well, there was just one outside the garage. It was incredible to see. Oh, boy, I wish I would have had my phone going so I could have recorded it. Who can anticipate that, though? Oh, it was just gorgeous. So, yeah, there are cardinals around here. That's for darn sure. And then red-headed woodpecker I seen the other day. So, yeah, all kinds of birds around. I actually heard, I don't think I really seen them, heard geese flying back. It's like, that's a sure sign of spring. Geese are coming back. Of course, them geese, I don't know. Their timing and direction is wrong anyhow. And in fall, they're flying north, and so who knows? Who knows about them? Yeah, their compass many times is off. Some of them fly south way too late, and their alarms evidently haven't gone off. So they have faulty alarm clocks and faulty compasses. Yes. So, who knows? Maybe this little, and it was just a little flock. I could tell it wasn't a big flock or anything, because boy, those big flocks of geese are noisy. You hear them in the house when they're going overhead. So, yeah, it could have been that these geese had either a faulty alarm clock or faulty leader. Told you, George, it wasn't time to come back yet. But, hopefully George is right. And hopefully it's going to warm up more. But now tonight into tomorrow, we're expecting more snow. And then hopefully we're going to have a little bit of a warm up this weekend. Kind of sounds like we're going to be getting more of heavy rains, thank God. But then it's going to switch over to some freezing rain possibly. And then snow. The last system that came through, I think that was, what, over the weekend. We totally missed it. Thank heavens. My son, however, was not so lucky. He lives over in Green Bay, which is to the east, a little bit south, but mainly to the east of us, about an hour and a half. They were in the main pathway of this huge snowstorm. They got dumped on with 16 inches of snow in 8 hours. 2 inches of snow an hour. So, yeah, they got dumped on. Oh, God, I felt so sorry for them. Oh, I says, I think you need to invest in a snowblower. They're the ones that just had a baby. Oh, he's 8 months old now, though. I guess I can't say just had a baby anymore. He's getting big, little Vincent. And my son sent me a picture of his little Vincent's first excursion out in the snow. And my son was holding on to him, and he was standing in the snow, and he was over knee deep. And I go, wow, I said knee deep. And he said, yeah, if I would have let him go, though, it would have been up to his chest. I said, oh, I thought he was standing. He said, no. But he seemed to be enjoying it because he had a big smile on his face. He's sitting by himself now and scooting around, crawling. Although he's more kind of pulling himself, you know, by his arms, you know, his elbows and stuff, more than actually getting, takes a little bit to get the knees and the hands coordinated, right? So, but he'll catch on to that too pretty soon. So I says, now comes the fun stage. When they can start getting into everything. You got to put everything up high. And he said it's like he's to the point now where he wants to start pulling himself up in the crib too. So they had to lower the crib so that, you know, he wouldn't fall out or anything. Of course. And so, yeah, he's getting so big. But yeah, I couldn't imagine. You know, when you get a huge snowstorm like that, so late in the season, I don't think even the snowmobilers and stuff want that crap anymore because, whoops, here's some teas. You know, it's probably just going to melt and stuff within, you know, not too long. And they're not really going to open any snowmobile trails or anything like that. Anyhow, so why have the snow? Why? Why? The skiers, of course, up on the ski hill, I'm sure were ecstatic. Especially the owners of the ski hill, so they don't have to, although they had a really nice, you know, base of snow anyhow. They'll be skiing up there for a long time yet. That snow is up, you know, once the ski season is done and they don't make any more snow and stuff. That snow stays up there on the mountain till probably the end of July, beginning of August, somewhere in there. It takes a long time for that stuff to disappear. All right, I am going to finish these teas down here. Yeah, I had to double check. It's like, am I doing teas? I think I'm doing teas. Anybody that diamond paints, do you do that? Diamond painting along and you know, look up for something, or you know, somebody talks to you or whatever, and you come back to it. Or you don't even have to be distracted if you're somebody like me. I'll, I don't know, look away or something, and I'll come back and I'm like, what symbol was I doing? I'll have to look at, because when I start a color, I always put my jar kind of sideways. I don't put it all the way back in so that I know which color I'm doing. So I'll have to look over and see what jar is pulled out. Oh yeah, that's what I was doing. I do that all the time. Okay, I think we got them. Okay, so let me, oh, I see one. That always happens. Always happens. Okay. Usually, it's right after you put the drills away that you see that. So, we'll see. I'm sure there's some there, and you probably are seeing them and you're like, you forgot these. Yeah, I'm sure there are some in there, but like I said, I'll catch them later. I have to finish the top part anywho. All right, I think what we'll do is we shall pick the winner for the giveaway now, and then we'll just jabber for a little bit more afterwards. Let's zoom back out. Push this up out of the way, and I'm going to get out my iPad. All right, so last week's giveaway was for the 240 set of Color. I was going to say diamond paintings. Yeah, I'm giving away 240 diamond paintings. Where did my sheet go? Here we go. Because again, great memory, but it's short. Okay, so I got to write down the name of the winner. All right. So let me grab my pen. Okay, so I already went to my random comment picker, and I inputted the URL from last week's color and chat. So we are going to hit fetch, and our keyword was pencil. Include replies, no duplicates. Wow, 31 comments. A lot of people want those pencils. Okay, so drum roll, please. Are you ready? Are you ready? And Susan Jacobson. She says, hi, Lisa. Hope you and Bob are doing good. I really enjoy my pencil sets. I only have 2 sets, but they are great. I've been learning to use them more than my markers lately. Thank you for all your great videos. Ah, you're welcome, Susan. Congratulations. And if you only have 2 sets, I hope you enjoy the Color pencils to go along with your 2 sets. So, Susan, please contact me via email at lisascoloring@gmail.com. Susan Jacobson. Hey, this works really well as a little iPad stand. And give me your full name and address. I'm assuming it's... I probably have it because I know you had purchased some of those or signed up to get one of those mystery diamond painting packages in the past. But I'm sure I don't have that anymore. So, again, contact me via email and give me your address. So, okay, and I have it upside down. So there is that. Like I said, I am going to be sending out all of the prizes. Now, today will be the last giveaway for the month. Boy, this month went fast. The last week already. And then next week, which is actually going to be the beginning of April, because it'll be after... No, it won't. What's today? 29th, yes it will. This weekend's April 1st. So we'll be drawing the last giveaway the beginning of April. And then that individual, you always have a week to get back to me. So once the last winner of this week's giveaway contacts me, I will be shipping everything out. So it may be a week or two, at least a week into April, before I take everything down to the post office and get the 2 international people their gift cards. Because this week is the last week, and remember I said weeks 2 and 4, I was including my international folks. So this week's giveaways, international folks only, can join in the giveaway for, again, a $25 gift card to a place of their choice, as long as you know that I can get an e-gift card for you. And then for my domestic folks, if you will, I have a diamond painting. And it's a big one. Let me zoom. I think I am out all the way. Yes, I am. It is a great big Dreamer Designs. Okay. And is this a square? I cannot remember. And theirs are so different than Diamond Art Club. Diamond Art Club, you can automatically... Shoot, I wish I would have looked that up, because I know not everybody likes squares, you know, or rounds. It doesn't say sparkling diamonds with a fold. Oh, no. Oh my gosh. Premium diamond canvas kit. And I didn't want to open it up because it's all sealed and everything. Well, I guess it'll be a surprise. But let me scoot over so I can show you. It's on the very end of the box. Let's get it in frame. Oh, and we're so blurry. But let me get away from my... Yeah, this ain't going to work. There, I guess you can kind of see it. It is called Spring Beauty from Dreamer Designs, and if you can't really tell, she is a fairy. There are like flowers. Looks like she almost has ears up there, but those are actually like tulips coming down by her head. So she is a fairy with some fairy wings over here, and this is really hard to do because I'm looking in the camera and not actually at the box, so it's hard to see where I'm going. So she is a really pretty little fairy. This is by Regan Kubicek. And the size is a 60 by 80. So it is a very large diamond painting. If you are new to diamond painting, I don't know if you want to take on one this big. Especially if you've never tried it and you're not sure if you're going to like it. I don't know if you want to enter this or not. Because, like I said, it's a large diamond painting. But it is an extra that I had in my stash, so that's why it's not even opened. Brand new in the box with the wrapping on and everything. I do apologize that I don't know whether it's a round or a square. Maybe what I will do is I'm going to look it up and I will put it on the camera on the screen somewhere in here, indicating whether it's a square or a round. And that way it will help you decide whether you want to enter the giveaway or not. Because like I said, I know some people are deathly afraid of squares and they only do rounds. Me, myself, I actually prefer squares. I like the way they fit together because it straightens each other out. But everybody is different. I like doing them both. This one's a round, and the rounds do go a little faster than the squares. So I do like doing them both. But if I had a preference, I would take the squares over the rounds. I'm almost thinking this might be a round. I don't know. Like I said, I will look it up, and I will put it on the screen as far as whether it's a round or a square. And if I can figure out how to do it in my new editing software, I will even put up a better picture. It's not on that end. It's on the other end. I'll put up a better picture of what the picture looks like, the diamond painting kit looks like. So you can get a little bit better idea rather than me just showing that blurry image on the end of the box. If I can't get it to just show up on screen here while I'm talking, I will just insert the picture on its own, just so you guys can get a better idea of what the diamond painting actually is. That would help, huh? All right, so what are our key words? All right, so for the gift card, for my told you, talking is hard today. Words, words, words. For my international people, last time your keyword was gift. So this time your keyword is going to be card, C-A-R-D. Okay, so only international folks that want to enter for the $25 gift card giveaway, enter the word card somewhere in a sentence. Don't put just card. Be creative with your sentences. I love reading through the comments of, you know, how you guys all incorporate these keywords into your sentences. Some of them are very amusing. So yeah, card will be the keyword for the international folks. And let's see, I didn't figure out one for this, but I think what we're going to do is, I don't want to use diamond. That's kind of a longer word, and you got to make sure you remember the A in there. And so I thought, let's use paint, P-A-I-N-T. So I'm going to jot that down. Yeah, if my pen cooperates. P-A-I-N-T. So again, use the word paint in a sentence to be eligible for the diamond painting giveaway. And as usual, must be 18 years or older to enter the giveaway. Must be a subscriber. Like this video. Again, comment. Do not mention the words giveaway or anything that the trolls will be able to search for. But I think that's it. And then next Wednesday we'll draw the winners of these last giveaways. And those winners will then have a week to get back to me. So it will be mid-April, I guess, before I start, before I ship all of this out. But again, I'll get back to you via the email that you send me, and I'll let you know when things are sent out. So yeah, if you have any questions, let me know down in the comments. But otherwise, yeah, last giveaway. That was fun. I like giving back to you guys. So yeah, congratulations again, Susan. That was awesome. All right, back to our diamond painting. Zoom back in a little. Don't want to zoom in too much because then I have, the more I zoom in, the more I get off camera and don't realize it. All right, so we just finished up with the keys. I'm going to take a sip here. What time is it? Oh my gosh. I don't know how long this video is, but must be relatively long because I didn't think it was this late already. Let's do, maybe we should do the L's and get those around up here. And there's a few down in here. The L's and the V's will do. Let's see, L's are 14s. My tray ran away. So yeah, I think after when I'm done with everything up here, Then I got to go and do all the white background again. I think every single mug in this line, you know, all 12 of them, all the backgrounds are all white. So if you don't like doing block drilling, you may not like these. And these I got from FGNormal, as I stated in the title and the thumbnail. But I thought I would just mention it, and I put that back in there. 14, or else it fell back in there. So... So yeah, if you're a fan of, this has kind of a, these have a combination. There's, you know, the tons of block drilling around the outsides. But then within, there's quite a bit of confetti. Which is good, because it gives you the detail. I'm just not a huge fan of a lot of confetti, but because these are small, they're not too bad. And they're just so darn cute when they're done. Really wanted this done by the end of March, because I like showing them in my end of the month completed, you know, videos. And like I've stated in the past, I always like to have these done the month ahead. And I'm stuck. But that is not going to happen this time. Oh well, that's okay. 'Tis okay. Okay. What else? What else? Oh, I had a couple of individuals contact me and were wondering what the heck I'm talking about when I talk about kitting up and or kitting down. And so I decided the next diamond painting that I'm going to do, and that needs kitting up, there's a J, I'm going to do that on camera and just show how I kit up. And I think I'm just going to kit up into one of these cases with these, you know, little round containers. They're one of my favorites. Elizabeth Ward's my all-time favorite, but I typically don't use those for smaller diamond paintings. And for the kit up video, I am going to choose a small diamond painting just so we're not here for hours. And I have a ton of kits to kit down. I mean, And now that I have all my spare storage containers looking all pretty, thanks to the beautiful labels and cards that my friend Penny over at Kelb's Sparkles makes. And I'll leave a link to her Etsy shop down below in the description if you are one that likes to save your spare drills just in case you run out, or you have done or are thinking maybe of doing a what we call a heaven and earth design picture, or just a conversion diamond painting, because you can get cross-stitch patterns, of course, from places other than just heaven and earth. Heaven and earth is just very, very popular with the diamond painting community when doing a conversion, which means you're going to be taking a counted cross-stitch pattern, and then you're going to be converting it into a diamond painting. And yes, you get a blank canvas and you actually count out where all your colors go. It's a lot of fun. Lot different than doing a printed one, but I guess it's kind of comparable to stamped cross-stitch versus counted cross-stitch, I guess would be a relatively comparable analogy. So I had started one upstairs a couple of times. I don't think me and this kit and this diamond painting we're just not meant to be or something. I don't know. Number 9 is V. Because, yeah, I have tried this diamond painting 3 times. Once, the first time was, oh, a long time ago. Long time ago. And the canvas just was not working out. The drills were crappy. So I scrapped it. I mean, some of the drills were just oily and, no. So I decided I'm going to use, because by that time I did have some spares built up. And see, that I was getting around to it, you know, another reason why to keep your spares. I eventually get around to it. I had quite a few spares built up, and you can only use squares. Well, I suppose you can use rounds, but the problem with rounds, as you see here, you see, you know, the round doesn't completely cover up the canvas, right? So on here, when you put a pink down, you have pink around it so that the picture still looks fine. However, on a white blank canvas, you're not going to have colored backgrounds. So if you do a round conversion kit, yeah, you're going to have your colors down, but you're going to have white around all your round diamonds, your round drills. So to me, that, yeah, I would never do rounds. So basically for me, squares only. So I dug out what I had of squares, and then I ended up ordering the rest. Ordered another canvas, and I can't even remember who I ordered the second canvas from. Anyhow, that one did not work out. Can't remember why. Ordered one from Evermoment, because Evermoment on AliExpress is an awesome, awesome diamond painting shop. It's probably the best over on AliExpress. You can order customs. You can. Their drills are fantastic. Matter of fact, that is where I ordered my extra drills from. They do have resin. I mean, they're beautiful drills. Beautiful diamond paintings from there. And the canvas that I got was absolutely stunning. It was flawless. And I'm like, yes. It actually included, because again, it's a blank canvas, it included numbers going across which indicated all your columns, and then numbers this way indicating your rows. And I thought, that is going to be awesome, because then I can keep track of, okay, this is 3 down and, you know, 4 across type of thing for when you're counting it out on your pattern that's electronic in a piece of software. Yeah, until I started doing it. And I think for most people, it would have worked out just fine. And most people, yeah, it probably is perfect. However, the problem that I had with my particular picture, the whole top, or the vast majority of the first couple of, well, probably 4 or 5 rows, is all in off-white or very, very light colors. Guess what? Those numbers are real dark. You know, the ones indicating the columns and the rows. And yes, you could see them through the square drills. You could see it underneath because the drills were such a light color. I was so bummed. I had done quite a bit of it across, and I'm like, no, that's just my eyes. It's just my eyes. It's just my eyes, please. And I even looked at it, because of course you're going to see more things when you have the light pad on, right? So I even turned off the light pad, and I couldn't decide if it was me, because I knew they were there, or if they truly were that visible. So I took a picture, because, you know, they say a picture says 1,000 words. took a picture and looked at it that way, no, you definitely could still see them. I did send the picture to a friend of mine, see what she thought, and she said too that, yeah, it was quite visible. And if I am going to be spending probably a year or two on this project, I don't want to start it off by having the symbols being able to be seen, or not the symbols, but the numbers underneath. So I had contacted Evermoment because I know that their canvases didn't used to come like that with the numbers on. I contacted them and I asked them, explained the situation. I asked them if, you know, there was any way I could get one of the other canvases without the numbers on. Well, no. Basically was the answer. No. There's a couple things I want to talk about yet, so we're going to continue. C is number 5. They said no, we haven't had any other, you know, anybody else complain about the numbers and stuff. And I, you know, explained to them that it normally wouldn't have been a problem at all, except for the fact that I have very light, you know, a ton of very light colors all at the top. And they said, you know, basically that was my fault. That, you know, I should make sure that I have my drills pushed tight together and do this and that. And it's like, I have, and they are. You don't understand. It's showing right through. But no. Okay, so didn't get anywhere with that. So I'm like, fine. So I ordered so then I ordered a 4th canvas, and it is from a shop on AliExpress that a number of other individuals ordered from, and they said their canvases were great. So that's where I got this last canvas from, and I know I mentioned it in a past color and chat that I received the canvas folded. That's what I said. I don't think this project is meant to be. But I did iron it, and I now have it wrapped around, you know, and then I left it lay flat for quite a while. And then I wrapped it around. I have a great big thick pool noodle. So I have it wrapped around there until I set it up on my desk upstairs, my other desk. I have a great big drafting table, and then I have a, yes, I know, I'm spoiled. I have a desk that Bob bought me for Christmas a couple years ago, and it has a tilting part, great big wide tilting part of the table. And so I'm going to be doing it over on there. So for May, Calb's Sparkles, Penny is her name, and Sam from Kidding Up Kitten are hosting an event in May, if any of you are interested. And it is for these conversion projects. So I can't wait to get going at that. Again, fingers crossed, everything's gonna work this time. Oh, I sure hope so, because boy, I was upset, let me tell you, when I seen that canvas came folded. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. You just gotta be. There might have been an extra word in there too, but we won't talk about that. Yeah, I was kind of perturbed, but yeah, I'm hoping now with ironing it, and it is poured glue, so you can do that, and you can, you know, roll it backwards and stuff, and the poured glue is not going to move or anything. Whereas if it's double-sided adhesive, ooh, that wouldn't have been good at all. I would have said, forget it, you take this back. Because, yeah, a folded canvas with double-sided adhesive, no. Definitely would not have worked. Definitely. I can guarantee there would have been rivers and bubbles, and it would have been an absolute nightmare. There is no way I would have accepted that. This, and because I had gotten it on such a great sale, I thought, well, I'm going to try to salvage this. And if it doesn't work once I start in May, I'm going to cry. I did keep the canvas, the rest of the blank canvas from Evermoment, because I thought, you know, if I ever do a conversion kit that is either the same size or smaller than the canvas that I got, and it's not going to have a lot of light areas, I could still use that canvas. So I did not toss it. Thought there may be a way to salvage this canvas yet. So we shall see. And I think I am going to need to turn my sticky around before I can work on my Randall Spangler later. So I think that's actually all I have to talk about anyhow. And something tells me this is kind of a longer video anyhow. Sorry about that for those of you who don't like the longer videos. To Penny, you're welcome. She's always bugging me. Extra long videos, Lisa. And I told her, you first, Penny. She only does hour-long videos. But to be fair, she's busier than I am. She has her shop and her labels to work on, so I guess I'll let you slide on that one, Penny. But yeah, I'll link her Etsy shop down below. Go and have a look at her labels and her index cards. Oh, I just love them. I love the way my spare drills look now. So again, I am going to be doing a kitting up video and a kitting down video. I think more people had questions on the kitting down. Like, what in the heck do you mean kitting down? Don't you just, you know, take drills out and toss them? No, I don't like to do that. You know, like to reuse things. I keep all my rounds too, even though I will not be doing, you know, a conversion project with rounds. You never know when you run out of drills, and you never know when somebody comes up with a brilliant idea of what you can use these rounds on. I know somebody's going to be coming up with a brilliant idea. Probably won't be me, but I'm sure there is something that we can do with these round drills. So, let's see. I think that's about it. And I don't think, yeah, I won't get all these C's done. That'll take me a little bit yet. So I think I'm going to leave it right here. Zoom you back out. So there we go. We got actually quite a bit of this done, didn't we? Yay. Isn't that pretty though? I think this is one of the prettiest of the monthly mugs. Now I started in November, so that was kind of a fallish type one. December's, the Christmas one, was really cute too. January, February, March, of course, with the St. Patrick's Day was cute. But I think the colors is, yeah, I think it's just the prettiest one so far. I know the July, of course, is red, white, and blue. What is May? May might just be spring flowers too. I can't remember. And then June, July. June might just be like a summer month. August. I don't know. I know I had looked through all of them because I ironed them all out. took all the drills out and I put like a label on that says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so I knew which month that it went to, January through December. If I think of it, I'll link FGNormal down below in the description too, if you are interested in these monthly mugs. I just think they're adorable. They're 40 by 40s. They're all round drill. Not a ton of colors. This one only has 20. Some of them have more than 20. Pretty good quality. The only thing I have a problem with, some of the symbols may be a little bit blurry. On this particular one, was it the A's? Now, like under these lights, I have no problem whatsoever. And even to be fair, in the other room, but they're not super, super clear. Still legible, but not super, super clear. The only problem I'm having with these is it is pretty slippery. You see how easy that is to move. So if I am leaning on part of the canvas, saying I have this part done and I'm leaning on something, or I have it done over here, let's say, and I'm coming up here to get something, these can move, especially when I go around and I do all the white background and then I come back in. I have a tendency of moving some of those drills. But to combat that, when I am done with an area, I take my roller and I roll over it, and that seems to really help because it presses it down into the glue better, and I didn't have the problem anymore. Not much anyhow. But other than that, I have been having a lot of fun with these. They don't take a lot of time to do, and like I said, they are round drills, so they do go faster. So yeah, I will leave FGNormal's website down below. If I can find one of the actual mugs in particular, I'll link that. Matter of fact, I am going to be having a diamond painting unboxing video. That's right. I have to record that too. Oh, thanks for reminding me. And it's going to be a two-parter too. But within that pack of diamond paintings is this actual diamond painting. Now, it is not FGNormal either. It's from another company. So there are more than one company, obviously, that carries these mugs. So you may want to watch for that too, because I always leave links to every diamond painting that I show in that video. So this one will be linked in that video. And I'll make sure then to put the mug diamond painting in part 1. If, again, you're interested in these. So, okay, enough of me jabbering. Darn it, you just made me remember 2 more videos I got to record tomorrow. Yeah, Friday I can see having record. Okay, so, again, congratulations to Susan. I think all the other winners so far have gotten a hold of me, I think, if I remember right. Yeah, because there were just 3 before that, and then now Susan. Okay, so thank you so much for watching this diamond paint and chat. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, it really helps me in the channel if you could please hit that thumbs up on your way out. And you can leave any questions, comments, or concerns down below in the comments section. Of course, leave in that keyword if you want to enter the giveaway. Love reading through your comments. And of course, if you're not already subscribed, please consider doing so. I hope everybody's having a fantastic week. Happy hump day. As always, happy coloring and happy diamond painting. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.